know the vibe. We outside. So what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Evan, and you know I'm always up to no good. So today we got the Jeep SRT8. It's a little bit later in the evening. I got a box in yesterday, so we're gonna go ahead and replace the right rear tire pressure trigger module and the front left tire pressure trigger module. I got a light up on the dash. It says check TPMS system. So we're gonna go ahead and replace those two items and just go from there. So it should be a pretty simple install. Show you guys everything and go from there. So let's get to it. Alright guys, so before we go ahead and start any work, I want to show you guys the two parts that I got yesterday from World's Part Direct. Bought them with my own money, so I'm not sponsored as always. So we're gonna go ahead and remove the bubble wrap, and we have two items. We have a box here. Well, I actually got tape on it, so I'm just gonna just go ahead. Alright, I don't usually like cutting things with my mouth, but just wanted to show you real quick before we go ahead. So how the hell did this thing open? Oh, they got a ton of tape on this crap. But damn, what the hell? Yeah, there is a lot of tape on it. So let's just pop it open. So this module is for the front. Could be used for the front left or the front right. I believe this SRT and all of the SRTs, SRT8s have one in the left, one on the front right, and one in the right rear, so 3 in total. This can be used on either side of the front, so either the front left or the front right. I actually need to do the front left with this one, so I'm showing you guys real quick. This is how it looks. It's just a small little item and 2 bolts. I'm assuming it has 2 bolts that holds it in place. And then the back piece is actually the back side now actually has a heat shield here. So I'm guessing this heat shield is to protect it from the exhaust, because the exhaust runs close to it. I'm assuming that this is what the heat shield is for. It comes like this, so it's a complete part. You can you could technically just I guess order, I believe, this sensor. Let me see. Yeah, I believe you can actually remove the original one that you have and actually just buy 2 of these and just remove this lock nut or whatever the nuts on both sides, and just pop this one here. They're basically the same thing. I didn't know that. I just bought the complete set. I might as well just change it and just do it right. But you can do it this way, where you can put this on here. So you have both options. I decided to do it this way. I wasn't sure when I bought it if you could actually use one of these on the back side. I thought they were specific to the location of where the sensors are on this vehicle. So in other words, this has to be on the front, while this has to be on the right rear, because it's specific. In other words, there's a specific part number on here that has to be used in the right rear side of the vehicle. If you guys know what I mean, then you guys know what I mean. So from what it looks like, they're pretty much the same. The ID numbers are pretty much the same, right? 6598280. So they're pretty much the same. So if you guys want to do that, you can. But I did it this way, no big deal. So I just wanted to show you guys real quick. So hopefully now that you guys have an idea, let me go ahead and underneath the car, grab the flashlight, bring the camera in close, and show you guys what we're going to be removing. So let's get to it. Alright guys, so we're underneath the car right now, or behind the Jeep on the rear right side. And just by shining the light, you guys can see that this whole module, or this whole bracket here, is where the module sits. So we're going to go ahead and unplug the connector, remove the wiring clip that's being clipped into the bracket or being held into the bracket, and then just remove these 2 screws up on top, and that's pretty much it. Should be simple. Should come right out, and then everything just plugs back in the same way. Now it's going to be a little bit difficult to get a camera in here so you guys can see, But I'm going to bring the camera back out and you guys can watch from a distance. So I figured I'd just show you guys before I remove anything. And this way you guys have an idea where it's located, and then the rest you should be able to figure out. So pretty simple. Just going to unplug everything right now, remove the screws, and pop in the new one. Alright guys, so before I start, I'm using a short wrench, 6.5 millimeter with a T20 torque bit. That's going to be used to remove those two bolts. So it's got a torque style bit that you got to remove. So I'm using a T20. So if you got a setup like this, that's how you're going to remove them. I was able to see it with a little mirror and a flashlight. And so yeah, I'm giving you guys a heads up. It's a T20 torque bit that you need to remove. So I'm going to go ahead and remove it just now and get everything out. Alright guys, so just got it out. That's how it looks. I know it's pretty dark, but that's how it looks. All rusted up. Gonna spray some dielectrical cleaner in the actual connector in the right rear section where I took this out, and we're just gonna go ahead and replace with the new one. So let's get to it. Alright guys, so as you guys can tell, we just got it out. So it's actually located on the front left back side of this inner fender liner. So it's located on the firewall. It's got two 8mm bolts, and then this is the old one. I put it down. We got two bolts here. I know it's kind of difficult. I was too excited, so I wanted to do this late at night instead of tomorrow, which I have no work. I could have done this outside with some natural light, but I got too excited, so I wanted to do it. And I think I'm gonna need brakes too. But anyways, yeah. So two 8mm bolts. We're gonna change this out, put the new one in, and just go from there. guys, so we got the scanner here. So I plugged it into the OBD on the Jeep, and these are the codes that were originally stored. So we're gonna go ahead and erase the codes. We just put in the brand new modules, or the tire pressure, right rear tire pressure trigger modules in. We're gonna go ahead and clear it. Oh shoot, no, I don't need this. Erase. Ignition on, engine off, yes. Yes. No faults detected, so bam, perfect. Looks like we fixed it. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So I just wanted to show you guys on the scanner the codes that I had, and me erasing them after we put the modules in. And that's pretty much it. Live data. So it says left front trigger status present, present, present. So there you go, guys. Everything's working, so I'm pretty happy. And that's pretty much it. So I just wanted to show you guys real quick. If you don't have a scanner, this will definitely come in handy. Those were the codes that were up on the autel scanner from before. So, you know, obviously I couldn't clear them and have them not come back, because, you know, obviously when you clear code without actually addressing the issue, it will come back. So I didn't erase it, so you guys saw it. We erased it now. Everything's working fine. So that's it, and that's pretty much it. I'll get out of here and escape. And that's it. So yep, what's going on, guys? So as you guys can tell, we got the Jeep outside. It's the next day. I figured I'd throw this clip in so you guys can get a better idea. I know it was kind of late at night and you guys are unable to see, so I figured I want to show you or explain to you guys with natural light early in the next day. So what I basically did yesterday night is, obviously the wheel was removed. I basically removed the pop clips that are located over here, over here, over here, over here, and over there. So I removed all of them, and the reason why I did that is because I thought to myself, if I remove the pop clips, I'll be able to have some wiggle room to move the fender liner within this area where it's sitting. I had an intention of actually removing the complete fender liner, but then I realized that the actual module sits on this firewall right here behind the fender liner. So what I did was I grabbed a bungee cord, attached it there, and I was able to just basically attach the one end to something on the actual suspension over here, and it allowed me to have some room to basically put my hand in there with a wrench and a short extension on an 8mm to remove those 8mm nuts. And that's what I did. I removed them, but before you remove the actual bolts, you actually have to press down on a red tab. Don't worry, it's not going to break. Just firmly press down on it. It's actually a locking tab, and it actually prevents the clip actually backing out due to vibration or movement while you're driving, I'm assuming. So just press down on it. It comes down. It doesn't come out completely, the clip. It just allows you to slide it back, releases the actual clip, and when you press down on it, you can remove the connector, and then you can move the module. And then when I did that, I basically reattach everything back in the opposite order, and then I did use some electrical cleaner to clean the plug connector really good. And then I also used the electrical grease on it just to prevent any moisture or any water from getting into the actual module and destroying it, because as you guys know, stuff like this is a little sensitive to moisture and water getting in. It could cause the module to go bad and whatnot. You guys get the point. I'm sure you guys are aware of that. And that's what I did. So basically just remove the pop clips and just maneuver the fender liner a little bit around so you guys can get a better idea of where your hand can go. So in other words, you don't really need to remove it completely. Just move it around a bit to feel out how much room you need to stick your hand in there, and just basically remove the module. So that's pretty much what I did. And then I put everything back on, and that was it. So we're gonna go to the back of the car, explain what I did, and pretty much go from there. What's going on, guys? So as you guys can tell, we're in the back side of the Jeep. So basically just to show you how easy it is to basically remove the bracket, or just to show you where the bracket is located for the rear tire pressure trigger module, I just stick my hand and you can literally just grab it. So it's literally somewhere over here in this area. So it's pretty simple to remove. What I basically used was a T20 screw bit on a short extension and a wrench, and I was able to crack them loose. I removed the screws, removed the bracket, and then just press down on the red locking tab, similar to how the other ones are set up. Press down on it, able to squeeze the connector and remove it. And then while I removed it, I cleaned it using electrical cleaner. I always try to use electrical cleaner whenever I'm removing any connectors off the vehicle. Sometimes the connector might have some oil in it, could have some water in it, could have some sort of liquid on it or substance that doesn't need to be there. So using electrical cleaner cleans it safely to remove any liquid or stuff that may be on the actual connector that does not need to be there. So I did just that. So I used a little bit of electrical cleaner, let it air dry for a little bit, and then I also put a little bit of dielectrical grease to ensure there's no water or moisture that could build up inside the connector that is attaching to the module. Because as we all know, these modules are prone to getting water. Sometimes water splashes from the backside, or just moisture builds up from the weather and whatnot. So you guys get the point. So I do it as a preventative maintenance or something to prevent further catastrophe, as you guys can see. It's not really preventative maintenance, but it just prevents something with the electrical system from going haywire and crazy. You guys get the point. So I did just that. We cleaned the little screws with my wire machine, put a little bit of anti-seize to ensure there's no rust that can build up, especially since it sits in an area where all types of stuff can accumulate on the screws, water, snow, who knows. So we did just that, put everything back together, and then just put the plug back on, press the clip up, and that was pretty much it. So pretty simple. Just wanted to show you guys or explain to you guys where it's located. I know it's it's early in the next day. It's easier to kind of get an idea of what I was doing from yesterday night, which was late at night. And that's pretty much it. So if you guys do this on the floor, definitely consider putting something on the floor just to make sure you don't get dirty and you're not laying directly on top of something you're not supposed to. But it's pretty simple. It's located in this area, and it just basically comes out. Also to point out, I believe the actual the actual modules that I changed out, the one on the front and the one on the rear, I believe they're pretty much the same identical ones. In other words, I believe you can use the front module for the rear. In other words, if you don't want to buy the complete set, you can actually get away with just using the module. The only difference that I see on it is that module has a different part number, so I'm guessing they use that module specifically for this application where it's sitting on the bracket. Doesn't necessarily mean that the module won't work for the front, because everything on the module reads the same as the numbers that is located on the other module. So the only difference is the part number is different from the part number in the front, but the FCC ID and the IC is the same. So I'm leaning towards about 95 to 100% sure that module that's on the back can actually be put on the front and vice versa. So you can actually put the front one on the back. So I think you can get away with it if you don't want to buy the complete set in the back. I know it's a little bit more expensive than just buying the module. So I'm 95% sure, but if you guys have an idea if the module in the back is specific to being in the rear of the vehicle only, especially on these Jeeps, definitely let me know, comment down below. Or if you guys are just wanting to buy the complete set just to be sure, go ahead. You know what I mean? It doesn't hurt to get the complete set if you're not sure and just want to play it off safe. But I think so, because I matched the two numbers from one of the module to the other one. They're pretty much the same. So just wanted to point it out. Hopefully that doesn't stop you from getting what you need. So I just want to point that out. Just a helpful tip I noticed. So that's pretty much it, guys. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and just wanted to show you guys with some natural light in the next day. What's going on, guys? So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. It's the next day, of course. Hopefully you guys enjoyed me installing the modules. It was kind of late at night, so I went through it a little bit more with some details earlier in the day today with some natural light, so you guys can get a better idea of what the hell I was doing. So pretty simple install. We just changed out the modules. Got no more beeping noise on the dashboard, no more check TPMS system. And with that being said, guys, I'll definitely be catching you guys in the next video.